Hi, it's Casey again. This time I'm collecting games made by Warped Games. As we all know, Kenji Eno, who passed away this year, he founded it and basically made the games for it. This is D, which used to be pretty hard to find, and it still kind of is. This game was released for the PlayStation 1 as well, in very limited numbers, and the Sega Saturn. It has 2 discs and a 2-hour time limit to complete the game. Also came with this foam piece and this sort of a weird brick thing of holding the games. The instruction manual is only about 12 pages long, but they're really thick pages, so it kind of makes up for it, as there's not really that much control in the game. Also, there's no save feature, which means when you're switching discs from disc 1 to disc 2, you have to be very careful. Taking a look at the Dreamcast, if you're used to playing on that, this is the open button here on the side. And on the Sega Saturn, this is the reset button. So if you're used to playing the 1, you're probably gonna mess something up. Up next by his, exclusive to the Sega Saturn, was Enemy Zero. Instead of that larger thing, we have these folders now with discs 1, 2, 3, and disc 0. The instruction manual on this has quite a bit more pages and is pretty solid in general. I really like this game. It's a first-person shooter, so to speak, taking a lot of sound cues. Very good game, and I like playing it. Here is D2 for the Dreamcast. This is the last game in the US market to be released by Warped. The Dreamcast version in Japan also came with a demo of a game called Real Sound, which was a game developed for blind people. I'd really like to see that explored more. In it, we have some of these things that were packaged with it. Instruction manual just goes through a bit about it. This is more of a survival horror game. It's almost a game that didn't know what it was. Here's disc 2. And looks like disc 3 and disc 4 here. You have to do a lot of stuff like hunting and killing enemies. The game itself didn't end up being that stressful, I like to say, or horrifying, as before every enemy showed up, essentially you would hear the awful grinding sound of the Dreamcast to load the creatures. So you basically knew anytime a jump scare was going to happen. But these are all the Warped games made by Kenji Eno. I recommend picking them all up. They're all classics and pretty much guaranteed to go up in value. So, happy collecting.